Okay, let's get started with lunging. So we've talked about lunging, and we've talked about the focus part of the horse and the energy part of the horse. Now, since we've talked about that, I would like to mention what I call the right triangle. Now, you can create a right triangle with the lunging and the horse's haunch with the whip. Can you see the triangle? There's the right angle is at the horse's haunches and my whip. This triangle is meant for the horse to move on because I'm focusing on the energy part of the horse with my right triangle. Now, as soon as I create a right triangle on the thinking part of the horse, I'm focusing on the thinking part of the horse, which means the horse is going to come to me. Once again, right triangle on the thinking part of the horse is to come to me. Right triangle on the energy part of the horse is to go forward. So we have to think about what kind of right triangle you are creating. Now, in order to go forward, we're going to go back to our whip exercise. This is the smiley, and we are going to slowly add energy to the horse. So I'm going to drop my lash. I'm going to slowly create my smiley, still keeping my right triangle on the horse's haunches, because what am I asking it to do? Go forward. I want to make sure I keep that right triangle. The horse falls behind. I'm going to add a little pressure, engage a little bit. There's my right triangle. Now I'm trotting the horse. Horse is trotting, going forward. Now I want the horse to slow down and come towards me. I'm going to go right triangle to the focus part, and the horse comes towards me. Now I want it to move away. I'm going to go right triangle to the energy part. Now let's say the horse decides it's going to start to fall back and be a little lazy. And I'm going to use my smiley exercise and say engage and release. Engage and release. Engage. Now as you see, this the third time I did it, I didn't have to engage my whip nearly as much. And now my whip's disengaged and they continue doing what I'm asking them to do. Now let's say they slow down again. And they're not going towards my engage. They're just walking. So I'm going to engage my whip even more. And there they go. Now I'm going to ask them to stop. I'm going to switch to my right triangle of the focus horse. Stay at it, stay at it. No, I'm focusing on the focus part. And the horse is coming towards me. Focusing on me. Ho. And there you go. Okay. One more time. So I have my horse, my focus, my energy. I've created my right triangle. And now I'm going to engage just a little bit to ask him to move forward at a walk. Now, as you saw when I stopped them the last time, they drifted in. That's okay when you're first starting out because you don't want to discourage your horse from coming towards you. But eventually, you want to teach the horse when you add pressure, it can mean to equally stay out or to go forward. So once again, we have our right triangle moving from side to side, from the energy part of the horse to the focus part of the horse, getting them to come in, and back to the energy, getting them to go forward. But then again, we also have our front to back. If you want the horse to move out, say it's coming in too much, I might take a step and add some pressure, get him to move away from me. But if I want to invite them in even more, I might take a couple steps back to invite them in even more. And then I'll go to my energy part and take a couple steps towards them in order for them to move out and move away. And then if I want to stop my horse, I'm going to switch triangles, go to the focus, and take a couple steps back. And invite them in. Ho. Very good. So once we've practiced coming in and stopping, we want to get them to be able to stop and stay out. So I'm going to switch to my energy triangle. And I'm going to now switch to my focus triangle and walk towards them and add pressure. And walk in front of them so they stop.